Okay, so let's imagine you're browsing the Google Chrome App Store and you download an extension that promises to make your life easier. But you soon do realize that the extension that you've downloaded doesn't actually make your life easier, it makes it only worse, because the extension that seems to be legit actually is malicious code that sends all your stored cookies on your Google Chrome browser to the attacker. Only then to find out that you will suddenly be locked out of your bank account, of your social media accounts, of your YouTube channel. And this is all due because the attacker is able to hijack your session ID on any webpage that you visit. What will you learn in this video? You will learn how Chrome extensions can steal all your data, how attackers are able to log into your accounts without two-step verifications by hijacking your sessions, and you will also learn how to build such an extension yourself so you can test it out on your local machines. Okay, so let's first start off by explaining how malicious extensions can steal your sessions and your data. Well, the victim might have an extension on their computer which has malicious code in it. Then it will send a session ID for any given website that you visit over to the web server and then over to the attacker. When the attacker has the session ID which identifies to the web page that you are logged in, the attacker can edit their own cookie sessions and log into your account without any two-step verifications. Okay, so I have two screens open right now, one Google Chrome browser and one Firefox browser. And just to demonstrate how dangerous this can be, I will open my cookie editor and go to the session ID. So I will find the PHP session ID, which is a unique identifier which tells the web page that I'm logged in. But when you have a Chrome extension installed that will steal this PHP session ID, it can send it over to the attacker. And the attacker can do something like this. Okay, so I have just copied the PHP session ID. I will go over to my own browser, to the cookie editor, and then I will add a new field. Here I'll say PHP ses ID. And then in the value tab, I will paste the PHP session ID that I've just stolen from my Firefox browser. So now I'll click on add and refresh the page and let's see what happens. So as you can see, I'm logged in right now and I didn't even enter a password. And this is very dangerous because it also works on two-step verification. The only thing an attacker needs is your PHP session ID or any given session ID in general. Okay, so I've just showed you how people are able to log into your accounts by stealing your session ID and entering it in their own browser. But you might think like, who installs such extensions? Well, as you can see here, there was some kind of Roblox extension with a backdoor which had 200,000 downloads. And as you can see right here, the actual purpose was to hijack Roblox players. So imagine that people were logged into Roblox, and when they had this extension installed in the browser, the attackers were able to hijack the Roblox sessions, maybe sell their accounts and make a profit. And just to make you fully aware, just to show you how dangerous this can be, there are a lot of fake ChatGPT extensions which are hijacking Facebook accounts. So in March 2023, two malicious extensions were discovered in the Google Chrome web store within a few days of each other, both taking advantage of the hype surrounding the ChatGPT AI service. One of these was infected copy of the legitimate ChatGPT for Google. The infected ChatGPT for a Google extension was uploaded to the Chrome web store. And that's the worst part. These extensions with malicious codes are also uploaded on the Google Chrome web store. So what we can learn from this is that the extension makers are hopping on trends, hoping that people will install their extensions so they can steal their data. So now you might ask, like, aren't antivirus scanners able to pick up this malicious code and delete it from people's browsers? Well, we're gonna put it to the test. I have my cookie plugin right here, which contains malicious codes, which will send people's cookies over to my server. So let's open it in VirusTotal and confirm the upload. Okay, this is insane. There were 0 out of 36 antivirus scanners that weren't able to detect the malicious code inside this zip file, which makes it fully undetectable and gives perpetrators a free pass to get people to install these extensions so they can steal their data. Okay, now I'll show you how you can make a similar extension, but be aware, logging into people's accounts is illegal and I am not responsible for your actions. This is only for educational purposes, so I just wanted to say it and make it clear. Don't do this on unsuspecting targets or unsuspecting people that you don't have the permission from. So be aware of that. Just don't do anything stupid. Okay, so as you can see here, I have two files in this cookie folder. one which is the cookie plugin and one which is the server. The server is the place where all the cookies are being sent. This can be the attack server. We can better call this the attack server, but we will leave it for now. And we have the cookie plugin, which will send the cookies from each step of the user to the attack server. So let's take a look at the server first. Okay, so the server.js file is actually really easy. It's just an express server that listens on port 3000, and it will listen for a post request to cookies. When the post request to cookies is being made, it will console.log receive cookies, rec.body.cookies, so it will find the data that is being sent in the post request, and then it will send it back to the user. It says cookies received successfully. And this doesn't matter, this just listens to port for if you are not familiar with Node.js. So that's literally the server.js, and you can also find this file in my GitHub in the description below. Just click on the description below and there you can find my GitHub in which you can completely just steal this code. Okay, so now let's take a look at the cookie plugin file. This file contains 3 separate files: background.js, content.js, and manifest.json. And the manifest.json is just a file which tells Google Chrome what manifest version or what version of Google Chrome extension it needs to use. And it also gives the permission for all the other files. Permissions, for instance, to access the cookies of the user's browser. And as you can see here, content.js, we can open it and I can show you. So we have the content.js right here. It will just get the cookies, trim it, and then return the name, the key, and the value, and send it to the API or to the server. So we will open Visual Studio Code 2. And as you can see here, you can just copy this code if you want this to. I'm not going to explain it all, but you can just copy this, paste it in your own background.js, content.js, and or the server.js doesn't belong to here, but yeah, you can just copy this or type this over and put it in your own Visual Studio and make your own extension. And then when you have these 3 files, which you can also find again in my description on my GitHub. The thing that I've just wanted to show is the manifest.json file, which says manifest version 3 name. So I call this cookie stealer. You can name it whatever you want. Here's the version, and let's look at the permission, because that's the most important part. We are asking people for the permissions to their cookies, and if they accept it, all the cookies will be sent to our server. So I just wanted to show you that, because that might be the most important thing about this whole application, the cookies permission. Well, now I've showed you how extensions are able to steal your data, session ID, and just completely take over your life. But I think the most important part about this video is how to protect yourself against these kind of attacks. Just never install random extensions like ChatGPT Plus or Roblox free credits, something like this. Just never install these extensions, and just be aware of extensions like these: ChatGPT Writer, Web ChatGPT, ChatGPT with internet access, RPRB ChatGPT. Like these kind of extensions are the most dangerous, and they will steal your data. They will be able to see everything you do online. They will steal your browser history. They can steal your identity. Just be fully aware of it, and just make sure you never install extensions like these. And also be aware of extensions like Honey. Well, I have it installed right now too, but I'm gonna remove it in 2 minutes just for demonstration purposes, because you're literally giving access to your browser history, to all the tabs you're visiting, and it will send it all to the Honey server, and you will just lose your data to some stupid extension. Just don't do it, and be aware of it. And one more important thing is to just never browse the internet with your real IP address. Just use a VPN for privacy reasons, because people might be able to intercept your network traffic and log into your accounts as well. So just use a VPN to hide your real IP address. And you can find the best VPN on the link in my description. The first link, if you click that, you will go to the website of NordVPN. I will just show you in 1 second. Okay, so as you can see here, VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. It's a service that gives you safe and private access to the internet. By encrypting your connection, a VPN hides your IP and online activity from spying eyes and keeps your data safe from cyber criminals. So yeah, in order to protect yourself, I highly recommend just to get a NordVPN subscription. Just get the deal, you get 86% off, and it's only like $7 a month. And thank you for watching this video, by the way. If you enjoyed this video and learned something, just leave a nice comment and like this video and subscribe, of course, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao.